One, go. Yvonne is the interviewee. Maricela is the interviewer.
Hi, how are you doing today?
Hi, very good. How are you?
Thanks, I'm good, thank you. So did you have trouble finding us, or are you familiar with the area?
No, I'm very familiar with the area, so I didn't have any problem finding it.
Great. So I'd like to begin the interview just by simply asking you to tell me a little bit about yourself.
Yes, of course. I actually am a student at Texas State University. I am working towards gaining my BBA in business management. Over the past 4 years, I've worked as a tour guide in Natural Bridge Caverns, providing tours for people from all across the world.
Great. And what do you know about our company?
Well, I know that United Airlines is the most well known and reliable airline company in the United States. I also looked on your website and I saw that you guys were named the number one eco friendly airline of the year, which is something that I really value. And I also saw that you guys are making strides towards ending world hunger, which is something that I really appreciate and would love to be a part of.
Great. So can you tell me about a situation where you had to work under pressure and deal with deadlines?
Yes, well, in my position at Natural Bridge Caverns as a tour guide, we work towards giving tours for up to 45 people at a time to people from all across the world. Last year, when we were approaching spring break, we were working on opening up our rock shop, which was a shop where we would showcase and sell rocks, minerals, and gems from all across the world. And management wanted to make sure that we could open up this rock shop before spring break got here so that we could show this to the public. And even though me and my coworkers as tour guides were not trained to handle this kind of responsibility, we all decided to stay after work every day that week to help out with everything, make sure we got everything organized and prepared in order to open up in time. And in the end, we actually succeeded and were able to open up the rock shop a day in advance. So that was something very cool.
Great. And can you tell me what is your strength and what is your weakness?
Well, I believe that customer service and communication are my biggest strengths. I really love working with people and trying to solve people's problems, and I enjoy being friendly since my work experience has really helped me develop and fine tune these skills. My weakness would have to be that I'm used to making checklists and checking everything off one by one. And sometimes I'm too quick to do that instead of just taking a step back and really analyzing the problem and finding the best solution possible. But usually I've been tending to really just take some time to look over the problem and really make sure I understand it and grasp it well enough before I check it off of my list.
Good. And what types of people do you like to work with?
I like to work with people from all sorts of different backgrounds. I grew up in an environment that really valued diverseness, and so I really like to work with people from all over the world. And I think that it's really important to work in and with diversity, especially in a company like yours, where you have stations of your workplace all over the world.
Yeah, exactly. Well, thank you. That was some very valuable information. Do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, I was actually wondering what you think is the best part of working for United Airlines.
The best part is definitely working with people. You meet all kinds of people on a daily basis and you form new relationships every day. So, yeah, definitely meeting new people.
I was also wondering what you think is the best quality of your core values.
Diversity is our biggest quality here. We get people from all over the world that travel on our airlines and walk through our airports. So, it's important for us to make people feel comfortable when they're here and acknowledge communication barriers and how to overcome those.
Great. I was also wondering if you think that your company is more member oriented or growth oriented.
Definitely member oriented. We place a lot of value in our members here and our customers. And again, we just want to make them feel comfortable when they're flying with us.
Great. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you. And thank you for taking the time to meet with me today. I'd love to have you back to meet the rest of the team if you'd be open to that.
Yes, that sounds great.
Great. We'll go ahead and set that up, and thank you very much.
Thank you.
Daniel will be the interviewee. Yvonne will be the interviewer.
Hi, Daniel. How are you doing today?
Hi, I'm well, and yourself?
Very good. Did you have any trouble finding us?
No, it was a very smooth drive here. Thankfully, to my GPS navigation systems, it was not a hassle at all.
Very good. Well, I'd like to start off by you just telling me a little bit about yourself.
Great. I have worked for financial institutions for about 4 to 4.5 years now. I started off at Wells Fargo as a teller, then became a banker. I was a teller at Bank of America, and I am now currently at Amplify Credit Union as a loan operations specialist. I also attend Texas State University. I am pursuing degrees in accounting and finance.
Very good. I'd also like to know, what do you know about our company?
So I know Apple was founded by Steve Jobs in 1976. It originally started off as a company that was going to sell personal computers, and within 40 years it is now the largest information technology company by revenue, the largest largest information technology company by total assets, and is also the second largest company in mobile manufacturing around the world. And I think it's amazing how a company has grown exponentially throughout these years.
Very good. How did you get your last job?
As I stated before, I am a current loan operations specialist for Amplify. I started off as a member service representative, which is equivalent to a bank teller. I lasted 3 months as a member service representative, and I was promoted as a account management professional, which would be a banker. I originated loans, did account maintenance for our members, and I was really intrigued as to what happened after I submitted a loan application to our loan department. And curiosity started taking over me. I'd ask questions, and the opportunity came up where a position opened up in our lending department, and I decided to interview for it, and that's how I got to where I'm currently at.
That's great. That's great. So could you tell me about a project you worked on in your most recent job, and how did you contribute to its success?
Being working for a local credit union in the Austin area, it's ever changing, especially with the way technology is growing. And we do updates to our new systems, as well as we incorporate new systems into our day-to-day activities. And we recently had a new system that we were going to use for loan applications. We currently use what's called Loans PQ, and for our direct loans and our indirect loans. Direct loans being ones we originate at our institution, and indirect loans being the ones that come from our indirect car dealerships. The new system was going to be for our indirect car dealerships. It's called Lending 360, and when the time came for it to go live, we only had 1 day of training with the representatives from the company. And my supervisor approached me and asked me if I was willing to assist her when it came live in trying to figure out any kinks that the system might have, and also make a checklist to ensure that we follow the guidelines for the new system, as it didn't have as much safeguards as our current system. And when that time came, I made a checklist, found some kinks, brought that up to my supervisor. She worked with our system project developer, and they worked those out. And to this day, our team uses that checklist to avoid potential loss and to ensure that we do everything in a quality-driven manner and efficient way.
Very good. That's great. So, what would you consider your biggest strengths and weaknesses?
My biggest strengths, I would say, having been a banker and teller previously, I do believe my communication skills and customer service skills are up to par to most institutions or companies, and it's helped me tremendously get to where I'm at with meetings and just communicating between work colleagues. And my weaknesses, I would have to say, going into things with an unbiased opinion. I think by nature we are wired to kind of already have judgment on certain things, and I think avoiding that would be something I need to work on as well. And another one would probably be my doubt of my ideas or my work sometimes. I think I could learn to be a little bit more decisive and confident.
Good. Well, those are actually all the questions I have for you today. Do you have any questions for me?
Yes, what kind of training or resources do you provide to your new employees?
Well, we at Apple provide extensive training. We also have campuses all around the world to make sure that each and every one of our employees is properly trained and ready to go into the workplace instead of just throwing you out there and letting you figure it out on your own.
Okay. And if I may ask, how long have you worked with the company?
I've been at Apple for 20 years now.
20 years, okay. You were present when the 2007 iPhone launched and it being one of the first smartphones. Could you tell me how or what you enjoyed particularly about that?
Yes, well, the main thing I enjoyed about that was just the innovation, everyone coming in together and really seeing history in the making and really just breaking those barriers towards something new technology-wise.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you so much for coming in today. I actually think you're a perfect fit for the job. I was wondering if you're ready, when do you think you'd be able to start?
Thank you very much. I am ecstatic to accept the offer. I would like to give my current employer proper notice, if that would be okay.
That's perfect. Just let me know. Thank you so much for coming in today, and I hope you have a great day.
Thank you so much.
Maricella is the interviewee and Daniel is the interviewer.
Hi, how are you today?
Good, thank you. How about yourself?
I'm quite excited, thank you. How did you find the drive here? How are you doing today?
Oh, it was okay. I'm familiar with the area, so it wasn't a problem at all.
Oh, okay, you're native.
Yeah.
All right, so I would like to start the interview. Could you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, so I'm born and raised in Austin. However, I do like to travel as much as I can. I earned my associate's degree in liberal arts at the Austin Community College. Shortly after, I transferred over to Texas State for a bachelor's degree in business management. About 4 years ago, I took on a customer service position at a call center for Medicaid and Medicare benefit programs. And early on, I recognized the importance of helping people access health services as well as educating them about changes within their benefits. A year into that position, I was promoted to a small team of about 10 called the Special Populations Unit, which focused primarily on the elderly and disabled population. The problem was a lot of people were having problem accessing their health services with the introduction of managed care during the Obama administration. So we had a little difficulties with that. Providers were just kind of reluctant to comply and transition to managed care. So I definitely felt like my efforts were limited. I decided in order to make an impact, I needed to take on a more substantial role, which is why I chose to go back to school and pursue a minor in health information management. I just feel like the information that I learned in school can be applied to the industry.
Great, thank you. Could you tell me what prompted you to choose your major?
Yeah, I chose business management as a major because I feel like it provides a well-rounded education that can be applied to any career. Also, the courses that are covered in business management offer insight to a wide variety of topics such as
business communication and management organization. My most important courses to me were the computer information system courses because it helped me to be more efficient with Excel and with different computer applications.
Oh, that's great. What trends do you see in the industry?
Well, the medical field is constantly developing, I feel. Most notably is the transition of electronic filing of the medical records. It's very important to protect the privacy and accuracy of these records, so I try to stay informed and up to date on technological advances within the medical industry.
That's great. Could you tell me about a situation where you had to work under pressure and deal with deadlines?
Sure. So during my employment with the Texas Medical Foundation, I operated under a program called Vaccines for Children. Basically, I was in charge of scheduling audits for these state-sponsored clinics across Texas, and I had about 16 auditors that I controlled schedules for. And it was pretty challenging a little bit. I gained a lot of experience fairly quickly on, and I managed to schedule in advance. A few of my auditors, I had them scheduled through the end of the year. All of a sudden, we were on a deadline of mid-December, so about October we started losing a few auditors. We lost about 3 auditors in October. So I was dealt with the task of rescheduling audits that had already been assigned. I had to reorganize my auditors and disperse them across Texas so that they could cover areas that had not been audited yet. So yeah, we had to call providers, reschedule, and also we had to communicate with the auditors to get them to travel and stay in hotel rooms until specific areas were covered. In the end, we managed to stay on budget. We met the deadline of mid-December, and the auditors were excited to earn extra income. They got a lot of overtime, and also the providers were happy to receive an advance notice on their audit.
Great. And what would you say are some of your strengths and weaknesses?
So my strength is communication. I believe that listening plays a crucial role when working with teams or trying to accomplish a specific goal or task. Also, an even exchange of communication between the involved parties, I believe, helps to accomplish that.
Great, thank you. That concludes my questions. Do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you if you could tell me a little bit about the culture here in the work environment.
We are a company that values our employees. We respect their personal lives, and we love for our employees to have a work-life balance. And we also strive to be a highly ethical company.
Great, that sounds really good. Can you tell me how soon are you expecting to fill this position?
We are looking to fill the position pretty soon. Depending obviously on the qualifications, but we are looking to fill the position soon.
Okay, and what would be the next steps of the process?
The next steps would be to have a second interview, which would be the final interview.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, we would like to get the person training pretty soon.
Okay, sounds good. Well, look forward to hearing you. Thank you so much for your time.
Oh, thank you. That being said, I would actually like to schedule a second interview with you if you are interested.
Oh yes, thank you so much. I'd be honored.
Okay, so as I said, our next step will be our HR department will reach out to you, and we'll go ahead and schedule that second interview.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.
That concludes our interviews.